Differences in Green Energy for the U.S. and China by Benjamin Hunter and Alarec.
Our goal was to explore the governmental differences between China and the US in terms of green energy methods, use, and policies. This is important in understanding the motives that each country has in regards to their clean energy programs.
Green energy poses an important challenge for today's global society and impacts each individual around the world, and its large-scale development is crucial for a sustainable future. As the supply of fossil fuels is running low, nations need to turn to alternative sources that are more sustainable. Currently in the US, many people doubt the need for clean energy, the environmental impact of fossil fuels, as well as the shrinking supply of non-renewable sources.
In the US, green energy is viewed as an important but a long-term issue that will be dealt with in the future. It's viewed as an urgent topic, but it's believed that it would take at least 30 years before renewable energy can completely replace fossil fuels, according to Richard Heinberg of the Post-Carbon Institute. In China, however, renewable energy is viewed as a pressing matter that's currently being dealt with. China's government aims to stop production of greenhouse gases and reduce the amount of overall pollution, that which has become a serious problem in their major cities.
In the US, some people don't see the environmental status as a main concern. President Trump recently dismissed a federal advisory panel that reported issues and status of climate change. Despite this, the US still spent over $3 billion in 2016 on renewable or efficient energy. In China, the focus on energy is much more of a concern. By the year 2020, the Chinese government plans on spending over $360 billion on renewable energy and create more than 13 million jobs in that field of work.
China has the world's largest population and a very large energy demand. China has a very diverse geography, making it possible to collect renewable energy from a variety of sources with high efficiency, including solar, wind, and hydroelectric power. With fossil fuels becoming more expensive, China will have to look to alternative energy sources. China is currently dealing with harmful effects of pollution, making clean energy a top priority. The US is the world's second largest contributor to carbon emissions. Using clean energy would reduce those contributions significantly. Reducing welfare risks for the country by eliminating the air and water pollutants produced from the use of fossil fuels.
The U.S. has the Clean Air Act that regulates air emissions from stationary and mobile sources to reduce certain welfare risks posed by certain air pollutants. In 2016, China and the U.S. both joined the Paris Agreement, which states that all participants agree to take actions against greenhouse gas emissions. These policies also ensure that existing problems don't get worse and new ones don't rise.
While the US has made progress in its efforts to achieve a more sustainable energy source, there is still more work to be done. There's also much that we could learn from China, whose efforts in renewable energy will soon make them the world's leader in the field of sustainable power.